We are back here on Carolina Women. We are here with our friend John Iannazzo here at Liberty, and you know what we're talking about today that's kind of fun? We're going to talk about wall covering. And I think what's interesting about wall covering is it's kind of like shades. There's something for everyone. I think it's misunderstood. All right, I think people think
That's
of
fair.
wall covering.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
I think people think of wall covering as little floral prints that are in your bathroom.
Well, maybe. It's really all over the place. It's very popular now. We are tremendously busy, people coming in for all sorts of different patterns, different looks. And we see a lot of the bold patterns now. That seems to be very popular with people. That and grass cloth, the natural stuff.
And so what I want to talk about for a minute is how do I know what to put where? And so I know that if we're talking about, this is a vinyl paper.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about this, because I'm a big proponent in bathrooms, if you have kids, of vinyl papers.
The heavy vinyls and the fabric backed vinyls are more or less indestructible. If you have a rental unit, put this down the hallway. So that when people are coming in with their suitcases, dragging down the wall, it's not going to damage us. It's not going to scuff, not paint the scuff, it's not going to hurt the sheetrock. That is going to hold up to almost anything you can throw at it.
And the word you taught me was forgiving. It's very forgiving. And most of the, not most, all of these are washable. And they come in so many pretty textures and colors. I mean, they're
We don't have the bold prints like you see here or here.
Right.
But definitely there's some interesting patterns going on.
Well, and especially here in the Lowcountry, it really looks like you're bringing nature inside with some of these vinyls, so they don't have to feel so commercial.
Speaking of which, nature inside, the grass cloths.
Okay.
So where you don't want to use these is in a bathroom or any really area where it's going to wear. Like, again, a hallway where people are dragging suitcases down, it's not going to wear quite as well. No.
And one of the things I use these for, and what I really love, is in studies, in bedrooms, because they can be really soothing and they can really be a focal point or an anchor for a room. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. Add a lot of texture, a lot of color without being overpowering.
Exactly.
Some things can be a little much.
I like that, though.
Not all patterns are for all people. But yeah, there are some really fun ones now.
And I think one of the things from a design point of view that I've learned, and you all have taught me, like I think this is fun, is don't be afraid of small spaces and big patterns.
No, they actually work really well together. It opens the space up, makes it feel bigger.
Exactly.
A lot of the papers too are almost mural-like.
Correct.
So instead of being like a picture mural of like a beach scene or a city scene, it is a wallpaper, but it is a overall pattern. So it's really a mural. And
one of the things that I really like when we're talking about wall coverings is you look at some of these and they can be a little intimidating. One of the things that you all do so well is take the book home.
Take the book home. We can order samples. We even have from the in-stock, you can cut pieces. So you can take a nice big piece home, not just a little square for color, but like an actual piece. Pin it up to the wall, and that way you can get a feel for what it's going to look like before you totally invest in it. And
I think more and more and more, when I first started design, everybody wall covered, but it was really tough to wall cover. It was tough to get it on.
That's been a huge change too. They've changed how the papers are made, so they actually install and come down easier. We even have some that are marketed that you can, when you move, if you're renting a place, you can wallpaper, take the whole strip down, take it to your new place, and put it back up.
Look at all of us. We're like, oh, that is amazing. So again, it's not your grandmother's wall coverings. One of the things that we were looking at that's sort of new in the field of wallpaper are these metallics.
Yeah, a lot of metallics.
Look at these. Very bold, geometric, Art Deco. If people are interested in a wall covering, how do they measure? What do they need to do?
Typically the square footage of the room, and then you can divide by the pattern repeat, will tell you how much you need. It's gotten, with these bigger patterns and the mural ones, a little more specific. So if you do that, we can get you close. You can get a ballpark on how much you're going to need. But I would have the paper hanger measure, because they're going to know where they're going to start and stop. For example, this one.
Okay.
It's very important. You wouldn't want to start this in the wrong spot and cut half the flower off. You'd want to make sure it starts, the ceiling line. So the wallpaper hanger is going to know that, so he's going to be able to calculate the drop in the pattern repeat and exactly how much you're going to need.
So for us, here's the takeaway. When you're getting ready to wallpaper, come and see the pros.
Yeah, and we can recommend hangers.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. Thank you for joining us. Stay with us. More to come.